Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope you all are doing good. Hey, hi, Kushi. I'm good. How are you? And it was a lovely day. How was your day, Kushi? Weekend was good, right? I think I told you, right? I had around a dozen plants to put in the specific areas, right? So I was pretty busy doing that. So I don't prefer uh, the gardener to come and do those things. They can manage the garden, but I myself prefer spending my weekends in my garden. Nice, good, very good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Means over the week, right? Uh, I personally feel that I accumulate a lot of negativity, right? Because most of the time, when you are talking to somebody, they are definitely going through something in their life, and when you have a discussion with somebody, right? So you are kind of absorbing that within you, and that is where we must do something which rejuvenate your body. So there are multiple ways. I do meditation every day, early in the morning. That is also very helpful. Even before the session starts, I prefer doing 15 minutes meditation. That also really helps. So that's the reasoning I strongly recommend people to try meditation rather than looking for astrological advice. The reasoning is very simple. Mm, It works at cosmic level, and anybody who is already trying or practicing meditation would definitely get to see wonderful results out of it. So my recommendation is that everybody should try that with whatever capacity they have. Obviously, the gurus have made the meditation so complex where people think that they would be in the meditative state when anybody calls them or touches them and they don't realize, then only they will be in meditative state. So that's the understanding a lot of people have, but that's not the reality, right? So that's not the reality, and that's the reasoning. I mean, I was speaking to somebody. Means uh, she's a customer and she requested to get her reading done. So I was just going through that before coming to the call. So I needed 15 minutes for me before I come here and speak for next 2 hours. So I requested her to connect tomorrow. So we'll take that forward tomorrow morning. But ultimately, what I wanted to say that she is going through considerable trouble right now, and that trouble is something she has accumulated over a period of time, and that accumulation has happened because of the wrong advices, desperation to get out of the situations at any cost, trying different things. So that is where I think that we must be careful. We must be careful of what we are trying. And that's the beauty here, right? So here at Lacuna Astro, if we are suggesting you something that is very much aligned with your chart, with your kundali, so it's not like even if a specific stone is suggested, a specific semi-precious stone is suggested, that is very well aligned with your kundali. So it's not like the Reiki masters do, right? They simply go ahead and based on what you want to achieve, they will go ahead and suggest you something. So that's not the case. If you do so, then there is a huge possibility of this backfiring. And I don't know, maybe a lot of people who are already going through these things, I kind of see a pattern there, right? And the pattern is very, very clear. A lot of companies I see are selling these products online, saying that you buy this, you will get money, you buy this, you will get health, even without going deeper into the individual's chart. And I kind of feel that this is a deliberate effort they are making, and this deliberation is to just make sure give something to the customer which makes their life unstable. So it's a step by step process the companies are following, I feel. Give customers something which makes their life unstable. When they become unstable, they will come to your astrologers, and then your astrologers would sell them something else. So this is a kind of cartel which I think is going on right now. It's a quite organized thing, is what I feel. So my take on this is very straightforward. That try astrology when you see something is happening extremely illogical in your life, and you are not able to rationalize that. As long as there is you are facing it hard. Yes, a traveler, yes, I do the reading, but please follow the instructions which are coming here. If you follow the instructions, definitely I'll help you. Otherwise, you can go and watch something else which makes more sense than this. But here on this channel, you have to follow the instructions which are coming here on top of the screen. So that's the standard process we follow. So coming back to the point I was trying to clarify, a lot of people are suggesting remedies, a lot of companies are doing that, but I strongly feel their intent is different. Their intent is that first suggest the remedies, and definitely those remedies are going to create trouble in your life. Once you struggle with certain things, then they will suggest or sell you something more. So that seems to be the standard phenomena which is being observed right now. Now the point is, how do we get out of this situation? So I don't think there is a way to get out of this situation. It's everybody in this business to make money, right? Yeah, this is the critical pattern which is being followed. Otherwise, you tell me one thing. Uh, I I saw one of the kundlis today, and that kundli was of Singh Lagna, Leo, and the stones which was suggested to that individual was related to Saturn. And in Singh Lagna, you can't wear anything related to Saturn. Is the thumb rule at a very surface level. But that guy sold not just one thing, he sold three items to that poor kid. And now that kid is struggling like anything, right? It has made life extremely complex. So I'm not big enough to have a fight with them, but I want everybody to understand. Go and do and take these things for you. These things really work. But after the proper due diligence, if there is no due diligence process and you are simply going and buying something and investing that on you, then obviously you are in a trouble. So, and I see the big names in this, right, are also not talking about this trap which is being created. I don't know why, but obviously there should be a reasoning behind it. Why those big people are not at all concerned about it, where it should be an obvious concern for them. But that is what it is. इसी को बोलते हैं अकेला चना बाहर नहीं फोड़ सकता. तो अब आपको प्रॉब्लम है, आप बैठे रहो, क्या कर सकते हैं. Sri Krishna, if you can follow the instructions which are coming on the screen, right, it will be very helpful for you. There is a very specific, beautiful application which is built for you guys. The name of the application is Lacuna Astro. You can download that from App Store and Play Store. Once the app is downloaded, create your profile. Once the profile is created, you will get to see a token. That's a lifetime token which is given to you. So create that token, share that token with me, and then we can have a reading for you. So that's the standard process we follow. It is not something which is uniquely introduced for you. It is something which is being followed by everybody who comes here. So please, please follow the instructions. So basically, the semi-precious stones which are being suggested, right? They are predominantly part of the Reiki system, but they should be used carefully. They should not be used just like that. And now, my philosophy is that creating a blend, right? And that blend which allows you to have a mix and match of techniques and then reaching to a logical conclusion is what would make would make the absolute difference. Now, why people don't do that? Because this requires a lot of cognitive load, right? And you must have the knowledge of different techniques, different things which are there before you apply that. So that's the major reasoning behind why people don't try these things and just simply go ahead with the surface level analysis and jump on a conclusion. So just to let everybody know that last week on Saturday, right, we completed 1000 live readings. So here on this channel, majority of the subscribers are the one for whom I have given the reading, and it is really a blessing for me that we touched 1000 live readings here on YouTube, so which is remarkable. So that adds to the overall achievement. It's an achievement for me. So we do have a quarterly release of Lacuna Astro where we talk about what exactly we have achieved in last 3 months. So I don't prefer having big bang targets where chances of you failing are higher than you succeeding, right? So I always have a target and I keep my eyes on that. But to reach to that target, you have to crack down small things. And those small things are being achieved on quarterly basis. So astrology is not easy. I was speaking to my brother this morning and I said, we have ventured into an area where hundreds of years would not be enough to really understand what it is. But still, we can build a framework which can keep evolving and keep improving itself to give us more precise predictions. And that is exactly what we are doing. So my vision is very clear. I want to keep enhancing this software to a level where it can predict far better than anyone else out there. That is one thing. And on this channel, the philosophy would not change. I want everybody to follow the instructions coming on the screen. If you are genuinely looking for an advice which has the potential to alter the course of your life. So don't think that astrology is अंकल की दुकान की टॉफ़ी है, गए और लेके चले आए. It has a potential to change the course of your life. So it's not something you should be trying just like that. And that's the reasoning I request everybody, and that's the whole reasoning why I have built this process where you have to go and create your profile, share your token. So there is a very deep thought behind it, and the thought is to make sure that you guys are not coming here to waste my time, and at the same time you must also be clear that this is not something you should be just trying for fun. This is not fun. This is extremely serious science. So you must understand that before trying astrology. and that's the reasoning majority of people where I see that they are suffering from something which can be handled just by changing their lifestyle, is what is the recommendation we give. But if there is somebody who is really demonstrating certain characteristics which specifies that this guy is eligible to go for astrological intervention, then only we go and do that. Otherwise, in general, my recommendation is not to go for that, uh, because it has become very accessible, and since it has become very accessible, a lot of people just simply go and use this as a placebo item. So astrology is not placebo. I want everybody to be clear. And here on Lacuna Astro, hey, hi Roshan. Here on Lacuna Astro, right? We are very clear about it. We are not here to create buzz around, right? And spread the false information like others are doing. And look at the predictions they have and the outcome that has. But leaving that aside, I just want to be absolutely clear that anybody who is coming here must be clear what their intentions are, and based on that, I would be helping them. Thank you so much, a traveler, for sharing your token. You have not shared your question. May I request you to please share your question? A traveler, please share your question. A traveler, before I answer your question, I have a counter question for you. I see your YouTube profile is relatively new. It got created just 2 days before. And I have observed that the profiles which are created relatively new are the fake profiles. Can I trust you? See, as the discussion progresses, right, a traveler, as the discussion progresses, your questions, your choice of words would make things more clearer to me. And at any point, if I realize that you are a fake profile, then there would be two things. One is I would be blocking you. Second, you must be aware that I cut the specific part of the video where the fake people came, and I put them separately on YouTube for people to see. So I assume you are a real user. You are not a fake user. As long as you are good, we are good. Let's continue. Let's go and see what is there in your chart. So currently we are looking at Swikriti Das. So we are looking at the profile of Swikriti Das. 2nd March 2024 is 2004 is your date of birth. No, that is fine, Swikriti. That is fine. I mean, see, my time is very precious. I still spare some time for you guys every day, no matter how much work I have. So my only intent is that I don't want to waste my time on people who are here with the bad intentions. So that's the reasoning. I want to be sure before I really go for that. 2004 born up and you're looking for a government job. Swikriti, why don't you want to go for a private job? What exactly you like about government job? Your chart is very favorable for the private job, for sure. Are you preparing for any specific exam or anything? You are just 21, right? So, what are you preparing for? Are you preparing for UPSC or something like that? Swikriti, can you specify, please? When I will get government job. So my question is, are you preparing for it right now, or you are asking about? I know you are a student, but you are asking about future, right? When exactly you are going to get that? See, Swikriti, I would request you to please focus on exploring the possibility of getting into the private job. Government job seems to be a bit government job seems to be a bit uncertain, right? So rather than investing too much of time there, right, I would rather suggest you to go for uh, private sector. If you are okay, please explore that. If you are not, then obviously you can give a try for a few months and then, or maybe a few years, and then you can decide. Whatever, for the government job, the chances are very weak. Obviously, you can be associated with a teaching profession. Fine, good. Continue your preparation. Continue your preparation. That is good. No, no, I can see that the way you are building the conversation, right? It is giving a lot of messages. Continue sharing more details. It can make the conversation more rich, and I'll get to learn a lot about you. As I said earlier, right? Mm, you have reached to the second level of that fraud user category. But government job is not possible. I would rather suggest you to please look for an opportunity in private sector. Whatever preparation you are doing, please continue to do so. Okay. That's not going to happen. If you get that, please let me know. Obviously, you will be associated with the field where you are mentally very active. So maybe you can be a teacher in a private sector, maybe a software engineer. I don't know what courses you have done, but whatever you will do, you will be mentally very active. But definitely not in the field of government job. And as I said, right, I believe you are not a real profile. So, but still, the prediction I have seen is what I have told you. Now, please proceed. Look for a private sector job. Chances of getting. Guys, please make it quick. Oh, what is the name of your friend? Swikriti, what is the name of your friend? And your friend must know that if somebody is referring someone, then you should be telling that that guy has referred me. And as I have already said, if I get a feel that you are a fake profile, then obviously readings would be like that. But what's the name of your friend? Swikriti, what is the name of your friend? Okay, fine. Shubham has recommended you. Okay, fine. See, I would not change the verdict I have given, right? So it's very straightforward that the possibility of you getting the government job still remains pretty low. So I would say that rather than just looking for this as a primary option, you should consider exploring the possibility of getting into the private sector. That is the recommendation I have. Baki, if you want to go for the government job or explore the possibility in the government job sector, then please explore. But the point remains same. It's very less likely to happen. And guys, I just wanted to let you know that in the question, since we launched, right? So questions we launched around a month before, and since then there are over 1500 questions asked so far. So around 1600 questions asked so far, and those questions are from different categories. Okay, so those questions are from different categories, and the big point is that the question which is asked the most is the mobile number analysis. So that is the remarkable thing. So anybody who is creating their profile can analyze their mobile number as well. So there is a feature which allows you to analyze your mobile number and see the predictions for that, and it's more than 85% accurate, so you can just read about it. The point I want to highlight is when you go and read about that, you will get to see the things which are happening in your life at present. So go and use that as a tool to help you understand what exactly is going on in your life, and if you are able to correlate with that, then consider changing your number. But I would tell you that changing your number is not going to fix that. There has to be a affirmation associated with it, and that affirmation is nothing but being absolutely clear that whatever you are doing or whatever actions you are taking, for example a decision of changing your phone number or anything that of that sort, is nothing but a decision to go ahead and change that specific area of concern which is causing the issue in your life. So you can go and try the mobile number analysis that is there in the application. It gives you pretty much everything you need, and based on that you can analyze and share the details which are very much accurate. So I would encourage everybody to go and explore that. Just want to let everybody know that there is a bug also. So right now the coins are not deducted when you are trying the mobile number numerology. So your analysis is kind of free. If you go and if you open that, it is absolutely free right now. So you can just go and analyze your numbers, see what is there for you, and if you find a meaning, then obviously share your feedback. That is definitely going to help. Guys, please make it quick. If you are somebody's recommendation or reference, if you are coming here with somebody else's reference, then please specify who has sent you at the very beginning, because a lot of people are coming and potentially indicating the sign of being fake, right? So I want to make sure that I don't spend my time on fake profiles. See, this guy, a traveler, was really a fake profile. I see the email ID which is used was the email ID of Shubham, and she's claiming to be friend of him. So, guys, this is really pathetic. You coming here with such a wrong intention and doing things like this is extremely unacceptable. Yeah. So I want everybody to be very careful with that. Let's continue. Hey, hi Tushar, how are you doing? Hi Tushar, good to see you again. Tell me, how can I help you, man? Guys, I have decided not to speak much here on this channel. I want everybody to follow the instructions which are here. I'll not even repeat that. So, if anybody is interested, I want them to follow the instructions on the screen. I'm looking at the chat. If somebody is sending their token, Arey Tushar, this is a great news, man. This is a really great news. How's your preparation going on? I hope you cleared the exam. ये तुम्हारे पापा का इतना बड़ा हृदय परिवर्तन कैसे हो गया? Can you share your token? Tushar, if you can share your token, I would like to see what we discussed last. हाय त्रिविक्रम, राधे राधे त्रिविक्रम, कैसे हैं आप? Yeah, so last time when we spoke, you said that November first week में कुछ आने वाला है तुम्हारा result. So that is what we spoke last time. So I'm very positive. Results देखते हैं कैसे आते हैं. Once you get that, then we'll discuss. Yeah, perfect. लगे रहो, अच्छा होगा. Once you become CA, I'll transfer my ITR to you. You can fill my ITR. Guys, you need to follow the instructions on the screen. These instructions are given here on top. You can read that. नहीं, तुषार अभी बहुत छोटे हो, सो आई विल नॉट आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन. कम से कम 22 साल का होना ज़रूरी है बिफोर यू आस्क दिस क्वेश्चंस. तुम्हारे पापा को पता चलेगा तो फ़ोन भी रखवा लेंगे, तुम्हें भी घर बिठा देंगे. सो इस चक्कर में मत पड़ो, इस चक्कर में मत पड़ो. हाँ, दैट इज़ फाइन. चांसेस हैं, ट्राई मार के देख लो एक बार. लेकिन मैं कहूँगा ज़्यादा ध्यान उधर दो मत, वरना जो आई मीन you need to decide what you want, right? What is your target? If your target is so small, then क्या करोगे लाइफ में? So always keep a higher goal. Meeting somebody, asking whether there is a chance or not. It's too early to talk about that. थोड़ा सा मैं कहूँगा, थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखो. But most likely you will definitely fall in love with someone. So that's there. होगा कब and all that is something I will not look into. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. बहुत अच्छा. अगर आप अगर आप इस चैनल पे नए हैं तो आप यहाँ वेट मत करिए कि मैं कुछ बोल रहूँगा या कुछ ज्ञान दूंगा आपको। ये चैनल प्योरली एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल एनालिसिस के लिए है और आप वो कैसे करवा सकते हैं उसके इंस्ट्रक्शंस यहाँ एक्सप्लेन किए गए हैं। पढ़ रहा हूँ भाई, मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ। I have decided not to speak much here. Only if you share your token, then only you will get my time. No, Tushar, I will not discuss anything other than readings. Tushar, try to understand. After speaking throughout the day, this time is something which I spare for you all, right? Now, here I want to keep quiet. So anybody who is here and seeking any astrological advice, I would request you to follow the instructions which are coming there. Nah, I'm not angry. So I just don't want to speak anything other than readings. So if anybody is intelligent enough to follow the instructions which are given on top right, then they would be able to create the token. If they are not able to understand that, then I don't want to explain anybody. And other than reading, I don't want to talk anything else. So that's it. If anybody is new, wants to get the reading, I expect them to be intelligent enough to follow the instructions which are given here on the screen. If they can't understand it, then definitely they can't do anything, right? And if somebody can't do anything, why would I do a reading for them? I think it was always in the shorts form. Tushar, I think it was always in the shorts form, right? Even earlier when you used to come, it was always like this. अभी बहुत बढ़िया चैप्टर में पढ़ रहा था। हाँ, वो टैब में भी आपको जब आप पोर्ट्रेट मोड में रहते हो ना, तो आपको पता नहीं चलेगा वो। जब आप लैंडस्केप में देखोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि दिस वाज ऑलवेज इन द शॉर्ट्स फॉर्म. So I was reading a content, right, and that was related to worshipping God. So when you means it explains in what situations somebody goes and worships the Supreme, right? So it predominantly talks about a few key things which makes you inclined towards God. So आप भगवान की तरफ झुकते कब हो is what this book was trying to rationalize. Okay, so it says that कि there are very specific situations in which an individual worships. तो भगवान की भक्ति करने के दो ही रास्ते हैं, वो मुझे लगता है आप सब जानते हैं. एक तो उन लोगों की भक्ति होती है जो कुछ चाहते हैं, भगवान से कुछ चाहते हैं, और एक वो लोग होते हैं जिनको कुछ नहीं चाहिए, दे आर जस्ट डूइंग देयर पूजा, दैट्स इट, बिना कुछ मांगे. सो ये दो ही तरीके हैं भगवत भक्ति के, इसके अलावा और कोई तरीका है नहीं. और ये भी कहा जाता है कि जो भी आपके ग्रहजन्य प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, जो ग्रहों की वजह से जो भी प्रॉब्लम है आपकी लाइफ में, इफ़ यू आर ऑन अ स्पिरिचुअल पाथ, अगर आप स्पिरिचुअल पाथ पे हैं, या अगर आप स्पिरिचुअल पाथ पे हैं तो आपको एस्ट्रोलॉजी की ज़रूरत नहीं है. अगर आप स्पिरिचुअल पाथ पर नहीं हैं एंड यू आर लिविंग अ तामसिक लाइफ और राजसिक लाइफ, राइट, which is far from sattvic, then definitely you would be following certain practices which will imbalance your grahas, or whatever is the imbalanced state of the graha you have would start functioning against you. So when you are on a spiritual path and you are living a sattvic life, it's very less likely to happen that the planets would impact you. If you are living a spiritual life like Mr. Tushar Rana, he goes to temple every day, he is a spiritual guy. If you are a spiritual guy and you are living a rajasic life or a tamasic life, tamasic life means where you are enjoying non-veg, drinking and all that, right? So when you are having this type of combination, then obviously the planets which are malefic for you would create problem. So the crux of the story is that the impact of the planets on you is totally depends on your lifestyle, how exactly you are conducting your life. See, if anybody is very sensitive and sensibly conducting their life, following the basic rules, basic practices, right, so it's most likely to happen that they would not need any तुमने भगवत गीता में पढ़ा था ना, तो दिस इज़ कमिंग फ्रॉम देयर ओनली. सो जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ ये वहीं से आ रहा है. ये कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरा ज्ञान है, दिस इज़ द ज्ञान कमिंग फ्रॉम भगवत गीता ओनली. सो अब डिपेंड करता है कि आपका कॉम्बिनेशन है क्या. तो इतनी समझ तो आपको होगी कि आप कौन से कॉम्बिनेशन में फॉल करते हैं. Now if somebody is, again I would reiterate, if somebody is living a sattvic life and having a spiritual path, then they must not seek any astrological advice, or they would not even come to these kind of channels or these kind of sessions. So that's the fact. Now if somebody is here, it means there is a bad combination for sure. And the narrowed down version of this bad combination is the way you are conducting your life. Yeah. So as long as there is a discrepancy, you would be here for sure. And what I said is a very much narrowed down version. या दैट इज़ गुड राइट. यहाँ सिर्फ आप हो चाहे 1,000 लोग हों, डजेंट मैटर. माई जॉब इज़ टू स्पेंड सम टाइम हेयर विद यू. इफ एनीबडी कम्स they will get to enjoy the fruits. Again, you are not getting the point, Tushar. You said that you have read that in Bhagavad Gita, but you are not getting the point. तो पॉइंट मेरा बहुत ही ज़्यादा सिंपल स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है. ठीक है कि अगर आप स्पिरिचुअल पाथ पे हैं और आप सात्विक ज़िंदगी जी रहे हैं तो आपको एस्ट्रोलॉजी की ज़रूरत नहीं है. दिस इज़ द क्रक्स ऑफ द स्टोरी. ठीक है. अगर आप सात्विक लाइफ नहीं जी रहे हैं और स्पिरिचुअल पाथ पे हैं तो ऑब्वियसली कुछ ना कुछ दिक्कतें आपको आएंगी ही आएंगी, चाहे आप जो कर लीजिए. तो पहला जो लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस किसी का भी होना चाहिए वो ये होना चाहिए कि अगर इफ़ यू आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग एनी प्रॉब्लम इन योर लाइफ, यू मस्ट सी कि आप अगर कुछ भी ऐसा कर रहे हैं विच इज़ नॉनसेंस इन नेचर, ठीक है, तो आप उसको इमीडिएटली स्टॉप करें. आपका पहला स्टेप ये होना चाहिए. और एनीथिंग वट एवर हैपन्स इन योर लाइफ इज़ अ एक्यूमुलेटेड फॉर्म, राइट. ऐसा थोड़ी है कि आज तुमने कुछ गलत किया तो कल ही उसका रिजल्ट मिल जाएगा. इतना फास्ट नहीं है. देयर इज़ अ कार्मिक एक्यूमुलेशन एंड देन आफ्टर दैट इट स्टार्ट्स. वो भी तो पेड़ है ना. कुकर्मों का भी तो एक पेड़ बड़ा होगा. पेड़ बड़ा होने के बाद उसमें से ब्रांचेस निकलेंगी और जो ब्रांचेज होंगी वो आपको देंगी अच्छे अच्छे फल खाने के लिए, जो आप खाओगे और भोगोगे उस फल को. सो इन अ वे व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से कि आपको ज़्यादा इसमें सोचने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. इट्स वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. आप यहाँ क्यों आए हो? अगर आप यहाँ आए हो तो आपको ये पहले समझने की ज़रूरत है कि देयर इज़ समथिंग यू हैव डन एंड दैट समथिंग इज़ ऑब्वियसली ये जो मैंने कॉम्बिनेशन बोला इसी कॉम्बिनेशन का ही पार्ट होगा. सो आइडियली तुषार यू शुड नॉट बी हेयर. ठीक है. आपको यहाँ होना नहीं चाहिए. तो आपका यहाँ होना जो मैंने बोला उसमें से किसी कैटेगरी में आपको डालता है. वो अब आप चेक करो कि आप स्पिरिचुअल के साथ दूसरी कैटेगरी में कहाँ बैठते हो. तामसिक हो या राजसिक हो या सात्विक हो. तो पढ़ो एक बार, समझो उसको, शायद आंसर मिल जाएगा कि क्यों आए हो यहाँ पे. ओके. नहीं, मुझे पता था तुम फुल सात्विक हो. बट एनीवेज वी आर नॉट हियर टू जस्ट टॉक अबाउट यू. if you are, what I said is what if you are following, then you should not be here. You don't need this session. You can leave. There is also a content about the people who go in front of the God, right? हाँ ठीक है, तुम भी जाओ. You don't need to be here. मतलब the purpose of the session is not to have a भीड़ here, right? ये कोई भीड़ लगाने की जगह नहीं है. So अगर आपका कोई क्वेश्चन हो तभी आप यहाँ रुकिए, अदरवाइज़ आप जाकर के कुछ और देखिए. क्योंकि हम लोग यहाँ पे कुछ भी ऐसा डिस्कस नहीं करते हैं जिससे आप अदर देन योर प्रेडिक्शंस लर्न कर सकें. सो बेस्ट आपके लिए यही रहेगा कि आप अपना क्वेश्चन पूछें. आपको आपका आंसर मिला, आप यहाँ से चलते बनिए. दैट इज़ द बेस्ट थिंग यू कैन डू. दैट इज़ द राइट वे टू रिस्पेक्ट योर टाइम. दैट इज़ द राइट वे टू एक्सप्लोर समथिंग एल्स. हाँ ठीक है ठीक है तुषार, बट ओनली थिंग आई वुड से दैट कि थोड़ा सा इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करना. व्हेन यू केम हेयर टू आस्क द क्वेश्चन कि होगा या नहीं होगा, राइट, that itself indicates that your spirituality is partially true and partially fake. Okay, if you believe in that, then you would never come to ask here. You must understand that. And your question about what attracted me towards this, right, toward astrology, nothing. It is just something where I want to clarify people that astrology is not what they understand, right? And I'm going to intensify this effort. I'm going to intensify this effort to a level where you guys can understand. Don't look at astrology the way you look at right now. If you continue to see it this way, then definitely at some point you will be fooled. So look for astrology as a tool which allows you to understand why exactly something wrong is happening with you. That is one thing. Second thing, everything in your life happens at a specific given time, right? No matter how much you try, right, you would not get that on that day itself. So there is everything tagged to a specific date and time, and then only it will happen, right? So astrology is a very beautiful way to introspect and see when exactly that event is possibly going to happen. There are different techniques which a lot of people are using. What I have seen and what I have experienced is that Nadi Jyotish is extremely good with that when it comes to the predictions. Yeah, Tushar, that is good. तो कर्म करो ना. यहाँ पूछने क्यों आए थे कि मेरा होगा या नहीं होगा? I just want this answer. I want you to clarify why you came here to ask कि तुम्हारा CA में होगा या नहीं होगा. I want you to just clarify that. अगर आप, मैं मानता हूँ आप जो बोल रहे हो सच बोल रहे हो. I want to understand why exactly you came here to ask whether you would get selected or not. What motivated you to come here? If you were already on the spiritual path and if you were living a sattvic life, do you really think you would need to come here? No, you are crossing the line now, Tushar. I would request you to take a break and go and enjoy your evening. Goodbye, Tushar. Read what you have written. Probably you would understand how spiritual and how sattvic you are. नहीं नहीं, कुछ नहीं, गुड. गुड, एंजॉय. रिजल्ट वाले दिन ज़्यादा परेशान मत हो ना. ओके. लगना भी चाहिए. यू आर क्लेमिंग टू बी. नहीं, डरा नहीं रहा हूँ. मैं कह रहा हूँ कि थोड़ा सा लास्ट टाइम भी मैंने तुम्हें बताया था कि रिज़ल्ट आने के बाद थोड़ा सा मेंटल स्ट्रेस रहेगा. तो आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू कि स्टॉप प्रिटेंडिंग. ठीक है तुषार. आई डोंट वांट टू स्पॉइल योर मूड, but I just want to be very blunt. Stop pretending. Accept the reality. You are very young, right? And in a way, I was just waiting for you to come to this point, right? Because I was very curious to understand how somebody at this age can behave like this. So what you are, I mean, the way you are indicating, there is a lot of arrogance here. But anyways, at your age, the generation you are part of, these things are okay. That's okay, Tushar. I don't want to debate with you, Tushar. I just want to tell you that you should stop pretending. And the question you asked, what attracted me towards this? So I just wanted to clarify that. I just wanted to make people understand that astrology is not what they think. And a few people like you, right, who are living under dilemma, making fun of everything, saying नहीं मैं तो ऐसा हूँ, मैं तो वैसा हूँ, and all that, right? I also want them to understand that life is not about pretending, right? It's more than that. चलो ठीक है. I think you have lost the credentials to be here. I didn't wanted to do that, Tushar, but I was not looking for somebody to come here and accompany me, right? I told you to just go and take rest because you are still a kid. You may think that you have become a grown-up person, but you have been crossing the limits. So now either you simply go or I have to do something. Yeah, and let me do what I want to do. And since you don't have any questions, I would request you to go and enjoy your evening. And take care, Tushar. You take care of yourself. When the result comes, please let me know, whatever is the outcome. Good night, Tushar. Good night. Guys, I think it is time to close now. We'll resume the session tomorrow at 8 p.m. As most of you already know that we have already closed the morning sessions. So morning sessions are no longer there, and we would be having evening sessions only, and that has started from today. It would be around 1.5 hour session. Anybody who wants to get their readings can come and utilize this time. These sessions are absolutely free. Anybody who is serious and have a genuine question should come here to ask the questions. My intention is not to speak or discuss anything nonsense. The discussion should happen only about your chart. If you are a recommendation of somebody, if somebody has requested you to come to this channel and ask your questions, then please do give a reference of that person before you ask your question. Because in most of the cases I see that you are creating your profile just a day or two before, and then you are coming here and asking the question. So we do have a criteria which we use to filter out the spammers. So, and this is one of the criteria, how old your profile is. So if your profile is new and you are here because of someone else's recommendation, or maybe you are a genuine person, that is also a possibility. You may be genuine, yes, definitely you can be, but you being genuine and not explaining how exactly you got to know about us and what made you think that this is the channel you should go and ask your question, we would blindly go ahead and put you in the fake category. So the purpose of this session is very straightforward. It's free. It's once in a day for only for 1.5 hours. That starts at 8 p.m. every day. You must make sure that you have the Lacuna Astro application, and you must create your profile before coming here and asking your question. So the profile, once the profile is created within the app, you get a token which is valid for lifetime. So anybody who is interested having the reading must come here with a token. As long as token is there, they can definitely get a reading. In absence of token, you can't get a reading here on this channel. It is as simple as that. With this message, I would like to close for the day. If you are here to take a reading, I would request you to come tonight, tomorrow night at 8. The session would resume again, and we can have a healthy discussion about it, about your chart. For now, I would close. Let's connect tomorrow evening. Thank you, everybody. Good night.